Welcome to the Fort Clinton City Council regular meeting of January 10th, 2017. Please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, the Lord's Prayer, and taking a moment of silence for our military veterans and first responders. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever and ever. Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Gabe Velo,
Present.
Lisa Siding,
Present.
Beth Gilman,
Present.
Jerry Trolley,
Present.
Roseanne Hickman,
Present.
Margaret Phillips,
Present.
Joel Freeman.
Present.
Before we begin this evening's meeting, I would like to take a moment to introduce Mr. Trevor Johnson to those that do not know him, and also welcome him as Fort Clinton's new Safety Service Director.
Thank you, Madam President.
You are very welcome. With saying that, Council, you have not received the minutes. You will receive those at the next meeting. The chair notes that certification has been received regarding compliance with the rules and notification of this meeting. This evening we have no guest presentation, so we will move to public comment.
Arlene Irick, 412 East 4th Street, Fort Clinton, Ohio.
I'd like to know, is there money in the budget this year to please repair some streets in Fort Clinton? I'm getting tired of playing Dodger, and that's dangerous. The 4th Street where I live, from Jefferson to Fulton, where the train trolley tracks were, that's deplorable. They keep sinking in, breaking up, and we have 4 trucks, we have semis coming down the street, and they are really ruining it. On 2nd Street, after Maple, west, till you get to a certain point on 2nd Street, it's the same thing. You're playing Dodger. So is it possible this year to do anything, any of those streets at all?
We are going to look into doing some mill and fill. That's not the way we want to do it, because we want to do it from the bottom up. But for them streets that we can't get grant money for, that's what we're going to have to go to with the mill and fill. We are looking at doing that, and we are also looking at getting using our tar and chip machine back from the state. They have it right now, and we're going to start trying to use that, like down on Rob's Road, Walnut, and those streets down there where there is actually no street. That's what we're going to try and do down there. But we are going to try this year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Barbara Wenzinger, 519 East 9th Street, Fort Clinton.
During the holidays, I was unable to be here, but I did want to thank the council for their resolution supporting Boy's division. And I'd like to encourage all people in the city and in adjacent areas to participate in the process during their country year.
We will now move to the mayor's report.
Thank you. Thank the city service workers for keeping the streets clean for us this past couple days. I'd like to thank the PD and the fire department for the New Year's Eve, keeping everybody under control down there. Fireworks were great. And last, thank the Walleye Drop Committee. It's a committee of about 12 people. They work endless hours during the year, about 2,000 hours, to make that happen for Fort Clinton. And I do appreciate it. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor. We'll now move to the auditor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to remind council that I passed out the month-end reports for the period ending December 2016. If you have any questions or if for some reason you didn't receive those, please let me know.
Thank you. The treasurer's report.
Madam Chairman, I'm pleased to report I sent out about 40 notices for bed tax to condos, house owners. There's surprisingly a number of people renting rooms in their houses, and of course the hotels and motels. And that's a worthwhile project because this past year we got $167,860.40, and that's a few thousand more than we've ever had since I've been here, since '02. So I'm asking your help. If you do know of anyone who has something that they're renting, let me know so I can send them information or try to get them to pay the 3% bed tax. But I'm pleased with what we have this year. Thank you.
Thank you. The Law Director's report. And to Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Madam
Service Director's report.
This week and last week I spent a lot of time trying to start to learn the ropes, and I would like to sit down, and I met with most of council. I've got a few other people I need to meet with. I'm really looking forward to improving communication between the administration and council, and effectively for the citizens that we serve. Part of last week, the mayor and I, we did a tour of the city, various assessments, and we noticed that there was a lot of couches on boulevards that obviously aren't supposed to be there. So we made a list, and we forwarded that list to the police chief, and the police chief has assigned one of his officers to handle the junk notice complaints. And the process is that the police chief will follow up with his officer to make sure that contact is made with those residents, and then if it's not handled in an appropriate fashion, then further recourse will be taken. So there was probably about 10 properties that we saw, and I just want to remind people that on the web page, and Chief Hickman also posted it to the Facebook, or is going to post it to the Facebook. If you see something, the problem report link is there for a reason. Please use it. Make us aware of it. Maybe you're on a part of a street that we don't get down. So just let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. The police chief's report.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
The fire chief is not with us this evening. We'll move to correspondence. As the auditor stated, you received the month-end reports dated December 2016. Do I have a motion to approve the correspondence? Thank you, Mrs. Sardi. A second? I will second. Thank you, Ms. Phillips. All those in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence stands approved as stated. We'll now move to the third reading of ordinances and resolutions. We have the first ordinance, which was tabled December 20th, 2016, which is ordinance 25-16.
Madam President,
Mr. Velo.
some of us are still working with the Port Clinton City School District to come up with a nice agreement to satisfy them as it relates to this new CRA. So I'll move to table ordinance 2516 for further consideration by council at the January 24th.
I have a motion to table ordinance 25-16 for further consideration to the January 24th meeting. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Tiroli, thank you. Mr. Friedman, thank you. Mrs. Sardi, thank you. Any further discussion on tabling the ordinance? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Gabe Velo.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Joel Friedman.
Yes.
Beth Gilman.
Yes.
Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Lisa Sardi.
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman.
Yes.
Ordinance 25-16 is tabled to the January 24th regular council meeting. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only? Ordinance 28-16.
Ordinance 28-16, an ordinance amending certain sections of ordinance 5-16 as amended and revising and fixing the salaries of certain supervisory positions classified as exempt employees of the city of Brooklyn, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action on ordinance 28-16?
Madam President,
Mr. Tiroli.
I would like to make a motion to retain emergency clause in ordinance 28-16.
I I have a motion to retain the emergency clause on ordinance 28-16. I have a second. Mr. Friedman, thank you. Any further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Gabe Belo?
Yes.
Margaret Phillips? Yes. Joel Friedman?
Yes.
Lisa Sardi?
Yes.
Beth Gilman?
Yes.
Gary Trolley?
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman?
Abstain.
Does council wish to take any further action on ordinance 28-16?
Yes, Madam President.
Mr. Turley.
I would like to make a motion that we adopt ordinance 28-16.
I have a motion to adopt ordinance 28-16. Do I have a second? Ms. Phillips?
I have a second, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Gabe Belo?
Yes.
Margaret Phillips?
Yes.
Joel Friedman?
Yes.
Lisa Sardi?
Yes.
Roseanne Hickman?
Abstain.
Beth Gilman?
Yes.
Gary Trolley?
Yes.
Ordinance 28-16 has been adopted. There are no second readings of ordinances and resolutions. We will now move to the new readings of ordinances and resolutions. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only, ordinance 1-17.
Ordinance 1-17, an ordinance authorizing the chief of police to enter into an agreement with the state of Ohio Department of Natural Resources for financial assistance for the operation of the Fort Clinton Harbor Patrol and appropriating funds.
Does council wish to take any action on ordinance 1-17? Seeing none, ordinance 1-17 will be moved to its second reading at the January 24th regular council meeting. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only, resolution 17-1?
Resolution 17-1, a resolution authorizing sale of personal property by internet auction.
Does council wish to take any action on resolution 17-1? Seeing none, resolution 17-1 will be moved to its next reading, its second reading at the January 24th regular council meeting. We will now move to business from the floor. Sardi.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to welcome Mr. Johnson also. And also to thank the Walleye Committee for the great job that they did. It was nice to spend out New Year's Eve. And thank everyone at the city workers that helped with everything, and the police, fire department, everything that they did. And it was a nice service for John Fritz also. That's all.
Thank you, Mrs. Sardi. Mr. Friedman. Mrs. Hickman.
I would just like to welcome Trevor also. It was a pleasure meeting with you today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Phillips.
And it's nice to see another Fort Clinton High School graduate sitting up here. Very good. And the second thing then is, I also feel that a tribute to John Fritz displayed by the people who were here. Because I did see Mr. Wheeler, I did see Mr. Tiroli, I was there, I don't know who else was, because it's hard to see, that place was packed. But for those who haven't noticed, this building is named for that man. And most people don't look at that. They probably never noticed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Mrs. Gilman.
I'd like to welcome Trevor too. I look forward to meeting with you. And also the Walleye Festival, the Walleye Drop was fantastic. There were a lot of people with the lighting down there. It was great. Taking pictures by the big Christmas tree. Many people stopped to do that. I just thought that was really nice to see. I confirmed with Trevor this week, and it was also on the water bill, which I did not notice at the last day for curbside pickup for your Christmas trees. This is Friday. It has to be Friday the 13th. There's a blood drive at Magruder Hospital on the 20th of January. I got my little donor card out again. They need a lot of blood around the area. I've been getting phone calls, so anybody that can donate, it's a good thing to do. It doesn't cost you any money. In the library, I have a lot of kids in my house, and with the snow day today, there were quite a few here. The library has a lot of activities for kids. They're free. I know this 19th
Mr. Turley.
Yes, Madam President, a couple items. First, emergency services meeting will be held next Tuesday, the 17th, at 5:30 here at City Hall. Mr. Johnson, welcome and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
We're here to help you in any way we can. Mr. Mayor and Mr. Johnson, it's been a couple months since we discussed the SMH report of the waterworks. Any
SME?
Or SME, I'm sorry. Apologize for that. Any movement on that, or any
Have
word?
you heard from Ann Winter? I know she was on vacation before Tracy went on vacation, but she was actually gonna try and come in and do a presentation for us to tell us exactly what everything meant.
Thank you.
I will, I'll send her another email tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Turley. Mr. Belo.
Pass.
Pass. All right. Seeing no other business,
Madam President, I move that this August body adjourn.
all in favor?
Not a big deal.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Have a great night.
Mrs. Poosma, I need to sign.
Is that the only one?
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, that's the only one.
Yeah, no, you're it. I'm very excited.
The other one was
I really think Trevor's going to be at the house. Only because he don't communicate. I won't do it. I'm just not going to. That's just what I told him. I can't. You want to go in the office? This one gets you into the Sandy's. Sandy's house? Well, then it's a shame. Nice.
There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. Okay, take an update on the payroll.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't go through.
What are you doing about the camera? You
I
still
did my
rolling?
update. It's super cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I used to be able to go into general,